Oh, we messed it up, but I hit it.
Do you advise that children must be allowed to be children again? They must learn to play. They must learn what it means to have fun. We need a Santa Claus on Mars.
Now connected.
Whoa.
Hi, are you my best buddy? Are you my best buddy? Are you my best buddy? We have another Earth person that wants to see you.
Santa?
Hey!
So,
Ho, ho, ho.
welcome back. to
Little
Chase Shep.
slippery start there, but it's winter time. It happens.
I will say though, started off right. I did see people when they was talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. They're like, Kevin Bacon watching some Christmas movie, Santa Claus and the Martians,
Santa Claus
fam.
conquers the Martians.
Come
Yeah.
on.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, that was just in the Thanksgiving Project. It was one of our initial 25 Slaves of Christmas.
Now you can Kevin Bacon us back to him or whatever. Isn't it him that they do that with? Or
what?
where people's like you can name me any movie and I can link actors and
the
movies.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yes, that is.
Yes,
I was right.
that's
Yes,
right.
that.
Yes.
Now you can include us.
That's true. I think I was already in there. I think according to the law of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, anybody is already 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So it's all about just getting the less than
degrees
6
right,
degrees.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to put it down and figure this one out.
Well, one of these days, you and I will sit down with Kevin Bacon and watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians together. Then we'll only be 1 degree separated. So, if that still counts as 1 degree separated, I don't know if that's
True.
officially no more.
I'm counting it. You know what, bud? I'm counting it.
Fuck it. I'm counting it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, so it's Monday. We weren't here last week.
No, we were not.
We were not. We took the week off. Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great one.
I know I did.
Mine was pretty good. Food went real fast at mine, it seemed like. We were all like, oh shit, damn. Usually lots and lots of leftovers. This time, not so much.
Yeah. That's usually the case. I feel like we talk a big talk about leftovers. But like if you're not the one hosting or like you're not the one who cooked a lot of that stuff, you're really only left with so many leftovers. And so ours went pretty quick as well. Gela, if you're watching, I wholeheartedly was attempting to do some of the leftover recipes that you told me about, but my leftover recipe of just a good old turkey sandwich kept prevailing every time I went to make something. I even bought a jar of Alfredo sauce and everything to try that turkey Alfredo, but ran out of turkey before I got to that point. But otherwise, yes, food. Thanks to oh shit. Hello. Oh, you're muted.
I don't know why you muted me. It said my mic was disconnected.
So
I don't
that's
know.
enough.
My internet's on the fritz. I blame the people mining bitcoins across the street. Sons of bitches. I didn't get to try that either. I did want to say that I didn't get to try the turkey Alfredo either. Was looking forward to it too.
Yeah, ran out. So I might have to get turkey out of season just to make some turkey Alfredo.
Some places have it on sale right now. Big time turkey sales after Thanksgiving.
That's true. Thanks to our talk about Thanksgiving food and everything, as here on the show, I secured a cheese ball for Thanksgiving. Belle's grandmother made me a cheese ball. I was very grateful for that.
This is fact. That was nice.
we're not going to curse any less on the show, but we're still grateful for the cheese ball. You know, we're still grateful for the cheese
you
ball.
say that, but I know that we're both consciously
And
thinking
now
this
we're,
now.
yeah, now we're both, yeah, like on our best behavior.
We
Yeah,
sometimes it is that time of year, you know. We are
it is
trying to
that
get
time
on
of
the
year.
good list. We ain't
Right.
trying to be on the naughty list.
No,
So
you don't want to be on the naughty list.
I didn't have no cheese balls. We had real good sweet potatoes. Fire, dude. Some fire sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff. Hey, Mary Chrysler from Tyler.
Merry Chrysler.
Mary Chrysler to you.
Merry Crimpus, buddy. Um yeah, I was trying to disconnect all my stuff from the internets here. Like, let's go. Come on, Frontier, baby. Come on, baby. You got this. No, it was a nice Thanksgiving. My town did a little tree lighting ceremony, but me and my son was napping through that, napping hard. So we did not
Way to get
go.
into the holiday spirit.
We did not go.
Yeah, I've of course, as soon as Thanksgiving happened, then I was on the Christmas movie train. Been getting in the Christmas spirit, watching some stuff. Of course, we've talked a little bit about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that
Mhm,
just came out
mhm.
last Friday. Um, Marvel stuff aside, I mean, it was a great Christmas special. Like, I feel like Christmas wise, it really f- five Christmas stars. Because it really brought the Christmas spirit. I felt a little touched at the end by the Christmas spirit of it all. I was like, good, that's what a
Gets you in the
Christmas
mood.
special should be.
Yeah, it gets you in
And
the mood.
so that was a good one to start with. And I've watched some favorites as well. Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. That's one I like to watch every year. I think it's hilarious. And then the night before with Seth Rogen and Anthony Mackie, always one I gotta watch. It's a fun one. I watched it with Belle last night. She'd never seen it before. She's like, "What the hell?" It's like, yeah, some of it gets a little weird, but it's a good time.
I
And then
ain't jumped into them yet like that.
I'm trying to think. I think I watched one other Christmas movie, and it was more of like a more traditional Christmas movie. I feel like I'll think on
Roku has a channel on the Roku. If anybody has that, that has a ton of fucking every Christmas movie pretty much on it for free.
it. That's what's
Anyone
up.
that you could think of, yeah, pretty much, man. Rudolph, I think, was on there. Christmas Story was on there. Um, Jack Frost, the good one,
The good one, the good one.
not the
I
no, not the
Now, if
risque.
you're looking for the other Jack Frost, Amazon Prime has you covered when it comes to holiday horror. They really, and Peacock for some reason. Peacock's like really got quite the selection of Christmas themed horror movies. Um,
Interesting. Good
some
to
of
know.
our favorites, which I'm really excited to get to watching. I almost watched Santa Jaws earlier today to get into the spirit.
Been
Um,
craving
you
that
know,
one lately too. Yeah.
and of course, if you ever find yourself stuck and you think, "Oh, I sure would love to watch a horror movie, but it's Christmas time. I just don't know what to watch." You can always, always, always refer back to the 25 Slaves of Christmas that started us all, and find at least 25 picks right there. Um, but Santa Jaws, Fat Man, I'm looking forward to watching Fat Man again. And of course, Krampus. I'm always so Krampus is a must every year.
I guess Christmas Story 2 is the only one. Christmas Story Christmas is the only one I've watched. Some of my HBO Max. I think I'm going to cancel that shit because it's just not doing it for me.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, decisions have to be made in the age of streaming.
the frame rate isn't working. Like especially in that movie, I was just like, yo, I feel like I'm watching this on Adobe Flash. So I'm good.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I think the Christmas movie I will be watching tonight, once we're done with the show. We've been watching old Chucky, and Chucky just wrapped up with season 2. It was pretty baller, and the finale was a Christmas episode. And I have watched all the other Child's Play stuff, so I think I'm gonna roll right into the Child's Play remake because it's
Hmm.
that time of year
It's a very solid Christmas movie.
that it is, and a very different Chucky. For as much time as I've spent with Chucky and this Child's Play series over the past few months, you know, Teen Wolf count. Teen Wolf does count. Only for you, Dave. Only on Christmas. It's like the line in The Night Before. He goes, "Isn't all weed the weed of Christmas present?" Then he says, "Only on Christmas." Full Moon is
Full.
putting out a 12 Slaves of Christmas quickie horror by the end of the year. It stars Cody Cameron, who's from Central Illinois. That's exciting. I feel like this may have crossed our desk before. The old 12 Slaves of Christmas. We have not had the chance to check it out yet, um, but we're looking forward to doing so.
I
I,
would be interested in watching that. That
I
sounds
have to
cool.
say, since we first did the 25 Slaves of Christmas, we attempted it last year, didn't get too far with it. We just weren't feeling it after the 31 days of Halloween. Um, but in the time that we've taken off, Christmas themed horror movies have really been on the come up. I mean, there's so many that have come out that look pretty solid.
Yeah.
That we might just have to do another 25 Slaves of Christmas before too long. Sorry if we have a ton of leftovers. If I find the time, I'll have to do some Alfredo drop offs. Yes, please.
That'd be dope. I wouldn't
I,
say
lo-
no
I
to
love
that
it.
ever.
I love
I've got mine. I made chicken noodles. I got chicken noodles left over, but I only feel like the only reason why was because we ran out of mashed potatoes quick as fuck. It was like
it.
5 pounds, man. There's like
That'll happen.
27. Yeah,
Nobody
27.
nobody went home with mashed potatoes. I can tell you that much. Mashed potatoes, and then you're usually lucky if there are rolls left over too.
True. I was really fucking with the sweet potatoes this year, though, man. Like, I don't know who made them, and my families, but whoever made them, mad props, dude. They had the marshmallow on top, perfect, dude. That perfect
Yeah,
crunch of marshmallow, like, oh man, it was like I was like, yo, I really, yes. And then we can all watch Teen Wolf.
I'll be really excited to do. I've never seen it, so I'm thrilled.
Can we watch the MTV Teen Wolf? That's my only question.
I think that's negatory.
Hey,
We're
why
talking
we
about Teen Wolf here.
why we got to stop? Why we got to stop with just the movie? We can watch TV shows and stuff
Are we
too.
going to watch Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman?
Let's do it.
All right, Teen Wolfathon. It's a Teen Wolf
Maybe
Christmas.
maybe somebody made a not a loosely based sequel called Man Wolf where he's not a teen anymore.
There's Wolf Cop. You could, in your own head canon, kind of put the two together if you so chose.
I do. I do. But yeah, dude, now that Thanksgiving's done, it's like you're full blasted right into Christmas mode. Um that's so fucked, man. I hate to say it like that, but
What? What?
having to go right from Thanksgiving to like right
Oh,
into
okay.
Christmas. It's
I
fucked, dude.
didn't,
It's like
didn't know what you're talking about.
oh
I don't know if you're talking about the Teen Wolf thing still, or
no,
like I
no.
felt like you've deviled back to it, and you're like,
I'm
God, it's so
moving on.
fucked up.
No. I'm moving
Okay,
on from Teen Wolf. I'm saying that. Going from Thanksgiving, it's literally the day after Thanksgiving. Everybody's like, here's Christmas music now. Mariah Carey's everywhere 5 times a day.
Mm.
And you better get those gifts because they're going to sell out. And Black Friday was bullshit this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's changed over the years. You and I kind of talked about it on Black Friday because it's just like, yeah, I mean, they've got the deals rolling out like a month in advance,
Yeah.
which is like, there's pros and cons to it. Where it's like, nobody has to die over a Barbie doll, sort of thing. But it does take some fun out of it. It takes some magic out of the air of the holiday season. Maybe that consumerism, that people have such a problem with, taking some of that out of the holiday season, which isn't all a bad thing because people get to spend time with their families on the holidays now, and like for me, I go for the movies. So like they got the stands up in Walmart. I just go in there, It really was. It's the Teen Wolf 2 of Black Fridays.
Well, I guess they can't all be winners. Like, I mean, all I wanted was a controller too. I was just hoping they
Yeah.
was every fucking controller. I'm sorry, Grandma, but every controller out there was Xbox controllers on
Yeah.
sale, PlayStation 5 controllers on sale.
I have a theory. I have a theory, a
What's that?
conspiracy theory against Sony. Now, I love Sony, and I will always be a PlayStation, uh, uh, you know, consumer. But I feel like they're strong arming us into buying PS5s because I was just talking to my brother-in-law the other day, and he was talking about how he needs to get a new PS4 controller as well. His controller's shitting out on him. Mine is, yours is. I just feel like all of a sudden all the PS4 controllers are shitting out. Nobody can get a PS4 controller, and then eventually it's like, well, shit. I guess I got to buy a PS5
To me, it's not that I mean, they're
when it
plentiful.
crumbles.
Everywhere I look has PS4 controllers, but they're regular price. Same price they were 10 years ago.
That is pretty whack.
Which, yeah, you shouldn't complain. I get it. No inflation there. Positive, right? Not when there's PlayStation
Right.
5s, man, that are $10 more. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, my guy, back when the PS4 came out, PlayStation 3 controllers was $20. Y'all
Right.
bumped that down. You said, no, you don't got to pay 60, 35, bro.
Fuck
You're
around and buy
good.
a PS Vita just to use as a controller.
Something, man, because it's like, I mean, you get them off brand ones.
That's true.
So I guess that's the way of the route is going to be because, man, but it's like, for me too, man, the holidays is just, I used to really like him when my son was like little. I loved it
Mhm.
because it was easy because it's like, I know what he wants. I know what I would want if I was his age.
Right.
So I got this. This is easy. But now when he's 15 years old, I'm like, yo, what do you want? And he's like, well, I asked my mom to get me the Xbox Series S. I'm like, oh, the cheap one? He's like, yeah. And I was like, that's cool. Like, I would have liked that to get that one, dude. Like $300. I could have done
Yeah,
that
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
easy for you, my guy. But like, and then so I'm like, what else do you want? And he's just like, I don't know. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
man. Yeah, it definitely gets more difficult with time. I even had like a similar thought, but kind of the reverse with having a kid, just how different the holidays are going to become. And I feel like I'll get a little bit of that holiday spirit that's been missing back a little bit because now there is a child to kind of do the holidays for. I've just switched the roles. I can't go back to that, but I can now provide that for somebody else, which is exciting. But
Yeah.
gives
No,
me
I mean,
a reason to be more
that
holly
that is
jolly, I
that
suppose.
is when it's cool, and that's why I've liked it in the past and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's oh yeah, that's why it was always like you said when they're like little and they're into like superheroes and Pokemons and stuff like that. It's like, damn, this is easy. Like I can just go take note of what you do got, not like look.
Oh, there goes that shifty internet. Will Shep return?
I will, man.
There he
They
is. All
just
right.
they better have got a coin off that. That's all I have to say. Uh, but like I was saying, you just buy him Lego sets. That was easy. We was good. Now it's like
So like, what do you
you're gonna
what do
say
you
place. He's gonna say PlayStation 5, and I'm gonna be like, "Man, dude, that's a lot of
me,
monies."
me too, buddy. Me too.
Yeah, let's us seeing it together. Hopefully,
Right, right. You're like, tell you what, you pay for half of it. I'll pay for half of it, and it's like our gifts to each other.
I mean, very well could these days. Very well could. We could do that. We could pull some stuff like that up. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think as an adult, that's what takes the spirit out. You know what I'm saying? Takes that spirit away. Is that second you're done with Thanksgiving, it's okay. Now I got to start getting these gifts, hiding
Yep.
them. when the kids are in schools and like grade school and stuff, you're gonna have Christmas concerts. You're gonna have to go to that. They're gonna want to go to this parade of lights. You got to go to that. It's
Yeah,
just so much. This that
so
you
much
get a
Christmas. Yeah.
you miss the good stuff, man. You miss the lights and just the
Mhm.
atmosphere of being like, oh shit, yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Christmas. This is the best month of the year. Not for me, I'm just looking at my bank account like, damn, bro, I just got
Like,
you on point. Yeah. Just got you back to a good spot. I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you around July. Then you'll go right away again.
yep, yep. Good old Christmas time. I know you and Phil as well have been playing a little Miles Morales to get into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Um, it's another thing that people can do if you got the Spider-Man Miles Morales video game. That's always a good one to play around the Christmas time.
There's lots of cool stuff, man. I miss when GTA Online did that like month of snow. They let they put snow in the city and shit like that over Christmas. That was nice. I liked when
It's
games
cool.
did that nice little stuff like that. Would switch it up a little bit due to whatever holiday it was.
Yeah,
It's good stuff. But yeah, no, Spider-Man is good. It's good to play on Christmas. One of my all-time favorites was always Arkham Origins, um, which takes place on Christmas Eve.
yeah.
So that was always another really good one to play on Christmas. I did like the Mr. Freeze DLC was my most favorite on that when you got to face Mr. Freeze like on Christmas, and it was like, yeah, baby,
It's pretty
yeah,
rad.
baby,
Pretty
yeah.
rad. I did see. I think on Amazon Prime they had it was a collection of like the old holiday classics, like cartoons, like Rudolph and all those. So if you're looking for those, Amazon Prime, your place to go.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Just go to Amazon Prime and put in promo code Chase and Shep, and as long as you already have an Amazon Prime account, the promo code should work, and you can watch it for free. So
If you don't have one, I think it should shape you up to about like $12.99 a month.
yep,
So, Chase and Shep promo code
Chase and Shep.
promo. Yeah, nah. I like I said, I haven't really dove into like movies or anything Christmas wise too terribly much. I'm waiting for some snow. A nice snowy night would be a good time where I
Yeah.
get into that mood of being like, all right, let's put some. Here recently it's been about 60 degrees. It's been real nice. I'm
Something
still
like weather like that, I would rather watch like more Christmassy movies because, like, on a snowy night, that's when I'm like, I want to watch like a scarier Christmas movie, or not even necessarily a Christmas movie. Like on a snowy night, I'm thinking The Shining. You know,
yeah.
do they still do the snow in GTA and Red Dead
I'm not
Redemption?
sure. I haven't played
Mm,
around Christmas time. It'd be a good thing to know. But
We'll have our
yeah,
people look into it.
I mean, I got GTA, so here in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna pop it in, and we'll see. Fuck, we'll see.
Shit, maybe.
Um, Still love playing that online. It's fun just to mess around. I think I got like some weed operations going or something. Counterfeit monies.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess to me, it's like to me, it's like snowy. I don't know. I like that kind of shit. I'm still in fall mood right now. You know what I'm saying? 21st of December, we'll get into winter and start watching our 30 Days of Darkness type movies, or 30 Days of Night, I think it was called.
Feel that.
Yeah, those movies I like. They're good January type movies to me. Like good.
It makes sense. It makes sense to
Yeah, thick of the cold. It's really cold out. That's when like The Shining, like I said, 30 Days a Night,
the snow-based movies, not
Cool
necessarily
Runnings.
Christmas. you know, never mind. Never mind.
The Jamaican bobsled team. I
Yes.
still love that movie. I still love it. It's a good movie. It's one of my faves. That one's a very nostalgic trip to me. Reminds me of childhood and just being
Yeah.
back young and being like,
Same.
yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, Mighty Ducks is the same. You know, if I
Well,
watch Mighty Ducks, I feel the same way. I'm just always like, yeah, flying V, all right.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, you know, Christmas is one of those again. Like to me, I was saying this when we were talking Thanksgiving. To me, a lot of the shit I really like to watch was like television based. You know, like little, um, you know, Bob's Burgers Christmas specials, and I know like It's Always Sunny had a really fun Christmas special where
Oh
Charlie
yeah.
got to be like, Santa, did you fuck my mom at the end? I love that. So those I really enjoy watching and getting into the spirit, but I don't know. I guess I've been holding off a little bit, trying to get a little pose between um like I was watching fucking Unsolved Mysteries yesterday, you know, like I was watching some off the wall 90s
Yeah.
stuff, like the
That's
old they've solved all these cases, I hope. I hope. That's all I think of watching it. Like, what if one of these was like you looked it up and it was still unsolved? I'd be like, oh shit.
They might be.
I'm sure there is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. But yeah, you know, I'll get into it. Like I said, here soon. It's not even December yet. You know, we still got a couple more days of
That's true.
hanging on of November. When we get into December, we'll hit our year two end.
Yep. You
Here
too.
soon.
December 7th is our 2-year anniversary. It's beautiful.
Woo.
Beautiful. 2 years deep.
2 years deep. 2 years deep.
2 years deep, and here I am staring at the clock, thinking, "What the fuck are we going to talk about for 30 more minutes?" 2
30
years
more
later.
minutes. Oh, I mean, I feel that. I haven't really like today I was thinking about stupid shit all day. So like I'm no luck when we're getting into like Christmas talk. Like so this is the thought I had today, which I thought was a very fair question. And I haven't got to ask anybody yet, so I'll ask you and
Zero.
all the other 3 people listening to us right now.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
so you know that song that's like uh you got the James Dean look in your eyes?
Yeah.
Do you think that the person that made that song realized that James Dean was also a very well-known porn star? Or could have became one after that to where somebody was like, "Damn, you really like that James Dean video like
Man,
that much?" And she was like,
you got that James
"No,
Dean look in your eyes.
the actor." And then it's like,
But what kind of actor?
but then think about all the kids that are like, you know, young as fuck that don't know the old actor James Dean that now hear that song in supermarkets and be like, damn, this girl be making songs about James Dean slinging dick. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. Like, because there's, you know, that's the thing. And somebody would be like, no, James Dean was an
Right.
old actor, the
You got
porn
that Ron
star.
Jeremy look in your eyes.
Yeah, I'd be like, damn. I heard that song today and I was thinking that, like, bro, I bet there's people that only know the name James Dean by the porn star and not the old actor.
It's so
So they
funny.
hear that song and it's like, you know, they got to be thinking, the hell these old people
You
banging this shit for?
you really were just thinking on some shit today, weren't you?
Random ass shit. Like that was, I mean, I think it's a good question to ask because
It's a fair question. It's a good question. I never would have thought of it,
I
but
think that I think that I bring up a fair point that
it is a fair point. I had to sit here and ponder it. So
I don't think we've thought of that before. There's a couple of songs that I think are quite questionable to be played in supermarkets when I'm at my job, and
that's
it's one
one
of
of
them.
them.
It's one of them. There's another one that every time I hear it, I'm just like, this is very much about sex, and it's very weird to be just like blaring it while everybody's like groceries, groceries, groceries. Yeah,
It's true.
whatever.
I wonder which one it is. But I feel you can
Oh,
say that about a lot of songs that are just on the radio. You know, a lot of those songs that are like super popular and kids bops doing versions of them. It's like, yo, dog, this song's about sex. Like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. That's fucked up in its
Cake
own
by
right.
the
Like,
Ocean, like that song, like that's everywhere. Moms are bumping it, and I mean, this song's like a fucking decade old now, but you know, whatever.
but that'd be
At the
like Kids
time,
Bop.
moms would
That'd be
roll
like
up
Kids
and,
Bop coming out with like a remix of Fantasy by Ludacris. Okay, I'd be like, hold up, this
now,
is fucked up.
now wait just a minute.
I mean, they did Sorry Miss Jackson. I know that. And that was kind of like, stop. Like,
Oh, Kids Bop.
let's just stop right there. But like, if they did Fantasy by Ludacris, I'd shit myself. Like, I would be asking why we're not more outraged. Like, why is
I'm
this
saying
not a.
it's like it's like songs that are so direct about it are the only times that people are like, how are they even playing this right now? Like, It Wasn't Me. Whenever that would come on. I remember the first time that came on the radio, because like my mom loved it, but she was also like, I have a child in the car and I probably shouldn't just like bump this.
You want
But
to
she was
talk
like beside
about.
herself that it was on the radio, and then she had to like explain it to me.
You want to talk about songs that didn't really age well, though? It Wasn't Me. Now, knowing like growing and knowing what we know now in 2022, it's like it's kind of gaslighty, guy. Like you're literally the song is like she
Yeah.
caught you red-handed, and all you're gonna tell her is it wasn't me.
You want to? All right. You want to talk about a song that really chaps my ass a little bit?
Okay, let's go.
It's a song. It's the end of the month. Fuck it. Um, the Pina Colada song. Every time I hear it, don't get me wrong, we all love it. It's a bop, is what it is. But the lyrics to that song, like when the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack came out and that was on it, I listened to it a lot more often. I had that CD in my car, and so I heard that song a lot. I'm really listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, why do people try to pass this off as some romantic song when it's like these two were going to cheat on each other, and it just happened that they were the two people that showed up at the bar? Like, that's the plot line of that song. It's like both of y'all were going to cheat on each other, and y'all were the ones who showed up at the bar. And they're like, oh, I guess it's meant to be. Wait. There's another conversation to be had. There's a second part to this song that's not included about the conversation that has to take place before they're like, oh yeah, let's just go back home, babe. It's just like you put an ad out in
I
the
vibe
paper,
with
my
that.
guy. You know, it's just like that song. I just
Wouldn't
feel
play
like
like
was
that
a
in real
big.
life. He was trying to probably cover up for something he had done, is what it was. And then he got a hit, and he's like, "See, they all like pina coladas too.
See,
It's all good." The only time I really enjoyed that song was when I was working in a gas station and it was like a fucking blizzard outside. And there was like nobody in there besides me and the person working. And that song was just fucking blaring in there. If you like pina coladas. And I'm just like, what world is this? Like, we're getting caught in the snow, baby. Like, we ain't getting caught in the rain right now. Like, damn. I want something a little bit more warm than that. Like, not hot, but like warm.
right?
That's
Just
where I
question.
get fucked. That's where I get fucked is this time of the year because I do not like hot drinks.
Don't like. What? I feel like you said that recently in
Thinking
conversation.
I was standing outside with I got an ice cold smart water and I was standing outside like this is fucking freezing, man. And then I was like, damn, like I don't like hot things. So like I have that problem no matter what I drink in the winter, I'm gonna fucking freeze.
Yeah, well, that's a problem, bud.
I just don't
It's a
like it.
problem. Not one I can help you with, but
I like room temperature stuff.
I don't know if room temperature will quite save you from hypothermia, but it's
Get you
a step.
hydrated. It'll get you hydrated faster. I
Mhm.
know that. It'll get you
It'll
hydrated
do a
faster.
job.
So if dehydration was my problem, I'd be there.
I know
Um,
one thing that a holiday beverage that I have not had yet is eggnog. I love me some eggnog. How did I know? How did I know you were gonna give eggnog a sour face?
uh,
You seem like the type. Oh hell yeah! Let's see here.
I was willing, but she wasn't ready, so I settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. Dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. Chattahoochee. It's kind of
Are
sounds a
there?
little
Are
rapey.
it does sound a little rapey.
Sounds a little rapey. Sounds a little rapey,
It does
butts.
sound a little rapey. There's just they're out there. We could
Oh,
do a
bro,
whole.
there's a lot. There's a lot out there.
We
Yes.
do like an unsolved mysteries, but like also behind the music. It's both.
We're coming for you. We're calling you out.
Breaking
Remember
down
when
the
you said,
lyrics.
yeah, remember when you said you were hot for teacher? What teacher were you talking
What
about? Are we
teacher
talking
was
about
that? Alan
high
Jackson.
school?
Why can't I
Yeah.
remember the lyrics to our Alan Jackson song right
Way
now?
down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Everybody knows it's a
No.
hoochie coochie. I don't know.
No.
I don't listen to country
Oh
music,
no, I
bro.
remember. Going down on Alan Jackson. That's what it was. Memphis trip. I have to. This is a side note that not everybody's going to understand, but Camp Nostalgic just released their latest studio update, and one, I loved it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Your boys are in it. But at the end, there's this whole portion where Dave and Alex are just making songs up and going back and forth and doing this music together. And I was watching it with Belle, and I pointed at the screen and I go, that was my trip in Memphis. That the few days that I was gone, that's what we did. It's like you damn sure could bet that Dave and Alex were coming up with some song, based off of something. It was always a good time.
Always a good time.
Always.
Oh,
Always a good time. Can't lean into my microphone.
but I don't listen to Alan Jackson. I don't listen to Clint. I've always said if you just think of like the widest two names, you can always hit a country singer, no matter what you do. And when I told somebody this the last time, they're like, "Prove it," and I like said random names, and they're like, "My wife went to that concert last night. That guy's concert. That's a real
That's
guy." And
so
I was like, "I
funny.
told you." I was like, "You just say two, like."
Right. Jack Johnson. Close enough. it's not country,
Brantley
but
Edwards. I guarantee you there's a country artist out there named Brantley Edwards.
I'd believe it.
Fucking Google it. I guarantee.
You show me a Brantley Edwards and I'll put a guitar in his hand and see what he can do. I guarantee he could belt a tune.
Yes. And here I am, a rap artist that totally ripped off a country artist name.
It happens.
I don't give a fuck, dude. That's my problem. Nah.
Yeah. My problem with it is that anytime I'm looking up Johnny Cash, it throws
That
me
other guy
off
comes
because I know this other guy in all black keeps popping up. I'm
Ring
like,
of
yo,
Fire.
what's he's the polar opposite of you, with the all black and
I feel like we would have got along.
oh yeah, like fire and ice.
Y'all
Yin
didn't
and
see
yang.
it, but if you really look at that picture of him real stoned in the bushes eating that cake, I'm there. I'm in the back.
I'm there. You're the
That's
bush.
where we that's where we talked about the it's my past life. That's where we talked about this. You guys just don't understand. It's okay.
uh,
The little background be tripping me out. Like it looked for a second like it was like peeking through bushes there. I was like, oh. Sometimes it looks like bubbles underwater, carbonated like soda or something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like I know they're snowflakes, but are they snowflakes?
But are they snowflakes? The
Conspiracies,
Matrix,
dude.
I got nothing, my guy. All I know is I'm gonna be watching some Christmas movies on deck. I could just sit here and list Christmas movies for 20 minutes.
Start getting gifts now.
Yeah.
Christmas prep. Start getting your gifts now. If you didn't put your decorations up when it's been 60 degrees this past fucking week, you missed out.
Yeah, no decorations.
Or you're just gonna be out there in the cold. That's on you. And be kind. There you go. Be kind.
Yep, and now you're ready for Christmas.
Because everybody's going through it too.
Yep,
So, like, we're all just trying to make Christmas good for the people that we care about and like. And that's it. You know?
that's true.
Nothing else.
That's a fact, Jack. Um, God, what
Nothing
can I
else.
even add to that? I know we've got to put up our Christmas tree. This is the first time. I mean, I've had Christmas trees before, I guess.
Are you putting up like a big one?
I think it is a big one. I heard
Country
it's 7 foot tall. Oh, hold on.
music.
Hold on. We got a message coming in here. Country music.
Is that it?
Is that it? Was that the message? Message received.
Country music.
Country music.
You don't want to hear the Johnny Cash country music album because it would not be good.
Now I kind of do.
The closest I got was Southern Grits with me and Humbly G. This is the closest I think I'd get to any
I
sort
always,
of.
anytime country and hip hop is brought up in the same sentence, obviously the younger generation, they're going to go straight to their Lil Nas X and the Old Town Road. But for me, it was actually Black Eyed Peas, and I think it was their Monkey Business album. And there was a song on it that was in some commercial that came out around the same time as the album, and it was like a bunch of people square dancing to the Black Eyed Peas song, and it was like something about like hip hop meeting country and blah blah blah. But that commercial made me ask for that Black Eyed Peas CD for Christmas. And
Nah, bro.
thankfully my grandmother bought it for me and didn't look too far into it with that parental advisory sticker on there.
Going back even further than that, I believe. Let me search one up to see when this came out. Snoop Dogg.
You stand corrected. I do want to hear the Johnny Cash country album, very much so. See, you got two people right there, Shep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Snoop did it so good. Snoop Dogg is when I was first introduced.
Oh, well then why is anybody else even trying it?
I'd like to dedicate this record right here to my main man, Johnny Cash.
Oh, Johnny Cash.
Gangster. I got my nephew,
Yeah, when he did this on Ego Trippin',
Young Trev on the drums.
came out in.
No
I lost it.
It just goes to prove that Snoop Dogg truly can make anything better. Even
Snoop Dogg,
country
I loved 2008. So that probably have been around the same time the Black Eyed Peas was doing their thing too.
Yeah.
But when he did Snoop Lion, I love that shit, bro. I don't know why everybody was like, fuck Snoop Lion. I was like, yo, dude, Sexual Eruption is pretty good though. Like I was like, that's a pretty good jam when you really break it down. Both, even the edited version where he's like, because I think that
Intellectual eruption.
one of them was Sexual Seduction. I think that was the edited on the radio, where it was Sexual Eruption was the actual version. I was like, they didn't like that. They didn't like that on the radio at the time. Nowadays they'd be like, oh, Eruption? Oh, you're good. Just don't say
Here's a good question.
luge.
Have you ever considered doing a song with some Johnny Cash to it? Using a Johnny Cash as a sample or something.
I do actually. I've had it for years now, honestly, and it's a beat. I still have it right now. I've had it probably since the early 2000s, like 2005, 6, 7, probably around there. I've had an instrumental of Johnny Cash that I've loved. I've been like, yo, I need to make a song to this. But every time I go to try to make a song, just can't. Like nothing good comes of it. So now it's been one that's actually like I've kept as like this will go on my last album. Like if like when people heard it, you'll know like, oh shit, he really probably ain't putting nothing else out. Like this is it, because it's and you can like even YouTube, like I couldn't like if I went to go look for this instrumental, I couldn't find it now. It's not out there. Like it's here on my computer. Uh, but like if you go, it's a sample of Johnny Cash's "Hurt." And if you go look for it, you can hear some beats, but they just don't get it right, man. I felt like, but this
Yeah.
one instrumental got it right in my opinion. It's like it's just perfect. So I've always looked at that like I'm gonna do that because the parts that the guy chose to sample of the Johnny Cash was like or Johnny Cash
See?
um
See?
was great. Like it was like to me it was a good curtain call song. Your closing moment of I think the instrumental is even called the Empire Dirt because that was like the main lyrics that he sampled from. I was like, yo, this is sick. So I do actually have one. Um, hopefully, it'll get to see the light of day at some point.
Yeah,
If not, I still got this baller ass instrumental to jam and be like, yeah, if I could just figure out how to write to this, oh, bro, people would be like, damn. Because I feel like it need like it's very emotional, so I feel like a lot of emotion would need to go behind that, but
for sure.
it's a little quicker than I normally do too. So that's what's always been the struggle.
Um, I guess we also had our the Thanksgiving project come out last week
Yeah, we haven't
in
really talked on that.
in
That was
place
fun.
of our regular Monday show. We went ahead and dropped that for you guys. Thank you to everybody who's watched it, shared it, been supporting the good words. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Big props to Corey
Big props to
coming through,
Corey. Yeah,
helping out. Fun. I thought it turned out pretty damn good.
yeah. I
And
was happy with it.
fun for
I
what
was
it was. Yeah.
thinking earlier today that I feel like there's like this difference between the ones that are just like you and I and the ones that are a bigger group of people. Because like I feel like Easter Sunday, Thanksgiving Project, and episode 6 of Summer Camp are all those ones that like we did on the fly with you, me, and like one other person. And we love those things. Like we think they're a lot of fun. But they're usually the ones that don't do as big in numbers. Obviously, we have more people to share them when we've got more people involved. But like at the end of the day, I feel like people don't favor those as much as we favor those sometimes. Like I feel like we enjoy those more than other people do, which is totally fine by me because at the end of the day, as long as we're entertained, it's all that matters.
That's just one of those that's like, I don't know. I just felt like that was the one project out of all the ones we've done that's like that final product of seeing it's like, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I
Yep.
envisioned in my head going into this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much exactly right.
Yep.
Um
Why don't you keep that damn net in the Thanksgiving project? Could have had a turkey.
Man, you think on the
That
fly, you know what I'm saying? You kind of
that net would
throw
have
things
saved
in.
our lives.
Yeah.
That
Shit,
turkey
the
would have.
motherfucker can levitate.
Yeah.
You know? When is it gonna levitate right out of the net? And then we're all screwed. But no, like, yeah, there was a few things we wanted to do that we didn't
Mhm.
in it. But I think for the most part, besides that, like when you looked at the final product of
Yeah.
like the vision of what you would see as the final product is like this
Right,
is
like, I
exactly
think the found footage, like, tone we were going for, like, we nailed it.
yeah.
Like, especially, like, I was telling Belle, who has not seen the Blair Witch Project, I was like, "If you had seen the Blair Witch Project, you would definitely get more of a kick out of this," like, because that was our main base of inspiration, obviously. Uh, yeah, you're right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, oh, shit, what was I gonna say? I you know, I was thinking the other day as well, watching these and well, honestly, working on the Christmas one that's coming up. Just how in the past trying to work with other people, just like how discouraging so many people are when it comes to filmmaking when people have ambitious ideas. Like I know so many people that I've met over the course of time who are even filmmakers who do this kind of stuff, where you're like you might pitch an idea to them and the first thing they tell you is like that's not possible, we can't, that's too much money, it's this, it's that, it's blah blah blah, and their option is to just not do it at all. And I feel like that's what I subscribed to for so long, was like I'd be like, oh, I have this brilliant idea, and then somebody's like, yeah, well, You can't do that. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But whereas, we've always taken this approach of what do we want to do? Okay, we want to do all of this. Like, we go with our most ambitious version of what we want to do, but we're also realistic people. We know that that is probably not what is going to end up on the screen.
Right.
And then we just work from there and we make it smaller. Like, it's like if you work big and then kind of make it smaller, I feel like, I don't know. I like that approach because I feel like we're still going for it and we're doing as much as we can, like as far as that ambitious idea goes, without fully just being like, oh well, screw it, we're just not going to do it at all. We tried, we still went for it, even if we don't. I guess like rather than sitting around waiting for the right parts, to lock into place, we're like, fuck it, what do we have to work with? All right, go.
Well, mostly it's like that, and then you always got to keep into consideration a lot of it's you can bring it up in the future, like one
Hmm.
of the things we wanted to do is get me when one of the traps the turkey caught me in was getting hoisted up in a tree. Well, we didn't
Yeah.
have the people to do that. So it was like, okay, so we can't really we could do this, but it wouldn't really be safe, and I could be like, well, I don't
Right.
want to break my freaking neck doing this shit. So but that's still an idea that next time we do have, three, four,
Yeah.
five people, and we're trying to think of, maybe we had a different thing that's like, wait, well, that's not going to work now, but we have five people here. We can hoist somebody up in the tree and do like a thing. Oh, now we can do that. So
Right.
even then, if you don't try them,
Yeah.
like they're still there in the future. And I feel like
Mhm.
you'll remember them too.
Right.
Whereas
For
if you
whenever
just,
we get better, whenever we do have the people available, the idea is there and you can either repurpose them for something else or because of the setup of Chase and Shep, and the multiverse that we're creating, like you can always do variations on stories too. So, anytime we want to go back and maybe do something the way we wanted to do it the first time, it's like, okay, it's just slight variations of, okay, well, this was a different timeline of these events, and this is how it went down. We always have that option as well, which is
it's
it's
true.
fun. It's a fun little sandbox to play in for sure.
It's enjoyable.
But it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Always gets a good chuckle out of me. I know some people were really thrown by the ending. If you haven't seen it, we won't get into it, but it had to happen eventually. So that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
I
But
hear the cops are looking into it, so
yeah, it's all that matters.
I got their best people on it.
It's all that matters. So now we press forward on the Christmas. Just hit end broadcast. Just shut it down right there.
Is this
very
part of it?
very unceremoniously. Just
We didn't have the merry moment of the week yet.
no, we did not. I was
Um,
just heading to click the button.
I've like I was telling you before the broadcast, I got another little Funko Pop with the Santa hat on. Uh, I'm trying to get a. I don't know if I'm going to decorate too crazy much for Christmas this year, but get that all settled, figured out.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll take a merry moment this week and watch one of my fave Christmas movies. Just get in the mood.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I know. I'll be taking a merry moment to put up the tree, decorate it. I'm looking forward to that. It's like my first kind of official Christmas. It feels like my first official Christmas tree. Like I said, I know I've had other Christmas trees like after moving out after high school and stuff, but none that have ever been like, yeah, let's put up the tree and like the whole shebang. Like either somebody else does it or like one year I put it up
Get the old guys
like
up.
and was like, fuck this when I realized I had to like fluff every branch of it and everything. Gave up halfway through and then left the tree there for like 8 months. So I was like, it just was a repurposed tree every different month. It's like, oh, it's the St. Patrick's tree, you know? Like that was the first time I had a Christmas tree in my house. So
Those are my problems too. I'm quite upset because I didn't want to drag mine out. I got a tree and I was like, I don't feel like because if I drag it out, I know like that. I am literally going to keep it up until like
mhm.
a month before you should put it up, and then I'll take it down. Probably like next September, like around Halloween, I'd be like, oh, I should probably get rid of this. Like it's Halloween, not
Right.
Christmas. But I was looking over the weekend, and Michael's had this Chase and Shep tonight, sponsored by Michael's. Had this nice like 2 foot black and orange little tree, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, man. And it was like $10. I was like, oh, $10, a little 2 foot tree, that'd be cool. Get a little decorating. And then like when I went back to buy it, it was $20. I was like, what the fuck happened, boys?
Black Friday.
Apparently so.
Had to jump
like,
on it.
damn.
Had to
$20
jump on it.
isn't terrible, but more than I was willing to fucking spend.
Oh. My merry moment will be when I get some alone time to watch some James Dean movies.
Lovely. I don't know
hey,
who's. Props goes to I have a friend named James Dean. So there's 3 possible
man.
choices there, because I'm sure he's probably got some movies out.
Right.
He's probably got some on himself. I would be like, sorry if you watch this stream, bro. Sorry, but he probably don't watch our stream. So
nah. You hey, that's a great way to get into the holiday spirit. So have fun. That's
Spirit,
all.
you get a Ghost of Christmas Future come out. That's all I can think of.
Oh god, this is gonna go downhill quick. Let's shut this down.
Hate putting us on the spot like this. I don't know.
What's your
Just
favorite
remember-
Christmas pornos? Drop them in the comments section below.
Just remember, both Jesus and Santa are watching this month.
That's right, Dave.
Jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
Somebody's on the naughty list.
Somebody's on the naughty list. I can't. All right.
Now we're good. We need a second to kind of warm up, get into it. Now we're good. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling over here, baby. Yeah, no, that's a weird things people do at Christmas. My mom, weird information that I have, I didn't want to get, but I had over here this knowledge. So my mom, she likes to have a night with her and her husband. They specifically tell people not to come over because they're gonna have Christmas tree fun, and I'm like, that's just weird. Kids are gonna open their gifts under there, Mom. Like, that's fucking weird. Do that. Don't tell everybody.
Let's do another hour.
Buckle up, baby. Chase Shep
Y'all
after
have
dark.
Shep
up with
and
Shep.
Dave after 7.
We get real wild over here after 7. Chase is gonna leave. We're taking the pants off and we're getting real into it.
Right,
stick around. Checking up with Shep. Stick around.
Shep's the after dark guy. I'm in bed by 8, so like I'm your morning anchor.
You just gotta hit us up with the questions that you want me to ramble about, and we'll have some Shep after darks for you, and it'll be fun. It'll be real fun.
Yeah.
Real fun time.
Well, with that, let's close it down before this gets weirder.
Smooches and deuces.
Peace.
All week.
Oh, he froze up. Dave, have a good time, and to everyone else, a Merry Christmas and a happy holidays and whatnot.
You say I froze?
25 lays during Christmas. Let's go. Yes, you did for a moment.
Oh.
Oh God.
25 lays of Christmas. Stocking stuffers.